The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willowton Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
So if you're just tuning in right now, it's 11 after 7, and our special guest at Radio Al-Ansar's Breakfast Rush this morning is Dr. Mohanlall, who is a well-recognized leader in healthcare nationally and internationally. So he holds the world's first Doctor of Clinical Technology degree specializing in cardiovascular perfusion. Today, he also leads the way in non-invasive healthcare technologies such as biofeedback testing, cardiac three-dimensional vasculography scanning, and external counter pulsation, also known as the natural heart bypass. He's the founder and patron chief of the International External Counterpulsation Association, which has more than 195 members who are specialist doctors from around the world. He is the managing director of Scalene SA, an external moderator for DUT students in clinical technology, with more than 27 years of experience in the cardiac field. He's worked in cardiac surgery as a cardiovascular perfusionist, operating the heart-lung machine during bypass surgery locally and abroad. He's trained in South Africa, Saudi Arabia, the Netherlands, India, and by the Russians, British, Chinese, and Koreans on various technologies. Today, he dedicates his life to the health and well-being of people from all over the world at the Heart and Healthcare Centre in Durban North, using non-invasive state-of-the-art full biofeedback systems, cardiac diagnostics, and non-invasive natural bypass treatments for patients with heart problems and heart failure, as well as the entire body. Today, we're talking health is wealth. So health is wealth is an essential topic for all of our radio shows, especially here on Radio Al-Ansar, where listeners, we know, take their health and wealth very, very seriously. So in the next couple of weeks, we'll be hosting a new series with Dr. Mohanlall, where we'll be exploring and he'll be highlighting the various aspects of health and wellness and sharing creative, engaging, and informative content. Doc, that was a thesis as an introduction, but good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Welcome back.
Good morning, Michelle, and good morning to all the listeners.
It's so good
to be back on the show.
It's so good to have you back on the program. Now, Dr. Mohanlall, I know people often say health and wellness, but seldomly or never did I come across the association of health and wealth. Give us an overview of the association of health and wealth in people's lives.
Well, today, people put a lot of effort into accumulating wealth and little effort into maintaining their health. Mm-hmm. I think little do they realize that the good health is their true wealth. It is understandable that nothing can be done without money today, Nishal.
Absolutely.
But if we're investing time and effort into accumulating wealth from an early age, then we should be investing time and effort into preventative maintenance to ensure a long, healthy retirement. Generally, what we notice is that many do not invest in their body. And as a result, when they get old and retire, they spend most of the money to repair their bodies when it becomes dysfunctional. This is very sad to see, as we see this on a daily basis.
You know, thinking about what you're saying, just can you elaborate on how a healthy lifestyle can lead to success in our lives?
Well, everything that you say or do, the outcome of every conversation, the outcome of every project, the outcome of every meeting, the quality of the finish of or your handiwork, the success in your business, your behavior with your family, or on a public road, or in a public gathering, all depend on the quality of health at that specific time in your life. To make that more clear, for example, if you are unwell, hungry, tired, or stressed, this will directly impact on your attitude and your response to a situation. Likewise, if your pressure is high or your sugar is low, or if you're experiencing chest pain, shortness of breath, and still continue to push your body, you may react out of character in a situation. And this will definitely affect your outcomes. Unfortunately, mostly for the worst.
So, Dr. Mohanlall, what is your advice to all regarding the different dimensions of wellness, and how can we ensure a wealthy yet healthy future?
Well, the best place to start is to take care of yourself now. Do not push it for tomorrow. Participate in some activity, even if it's just walking, to keep your joints supple and to reduce the stress of the day. Cleanse your gut regularly. This will help your body to release endorphins, serotonin, dopamine, which are feel-good hormones that are released in your gut. Pray or meditate or sit a few minutes a day alone and reflect on your life in silence. You can improve in your emotional sense of well-being by not taking things too seriously. And believe in your maker. Because if you do, you'll realize one thing, that there's only one certainty in life, and that is uncertainty. So if you trust him, he should be able to help you to make sure that your life ends up in a good situation. Spend more time with your family and friends as you will unwind. And you'll appreciate your support structure, because you never know if you may see them again or not. And also, importantly, do your annual non-invasive screening for early detection and treatment if required.
So it's quite interesting that you mentioned early detection and treatment. This is what listeners would like to know. How can I check myself from head to toe without bloods, without cuts, radiation and pain? So non-invasively and safely.
I understand the listener's concern. You'll be surprised to know that society's professionals and businesswomen and businessmen are not taking their health for granted anymore. They are searching for ways to improve their health. Google and WhatsApp may be helpful, but to a degree may be very, very misleading at times, like with the use of turmeric powder, for example, or apple cider vinegar, which we'll elaborate more about in the future. Fortunately today, most of the advanced technologies, non-invasive screenings, diagnostics, and treatment modalities available in the world is available at the Heart and Healthcare Center in Durban North. And this has benefited patients tremendously.
Now, we are aware that you have an array of different advanced tests and treatments to offer to our listeners. But for today, please enlighten us on where to start. What's the beginning point?
Well, the best place to start would be the full body biofeedback screening test. This is very reasonably priced, and it covers all organs and systems in the body from head to toe. We can test every organ and identify which organs have loss of functionality, as well as the cause of the problems. So we are able to recommend the correct treatment and medication if required. So you can get your entire body checked up in just one appointment. This is what everyone should start with, from a 3-year-old child to their parents to the grandparents. And we've had great success in treating children.
So this is something for the entire family?
Well, that's one way of putting it.
So the question everybody's awaiting the answer for, and you can tell us, what can the full body biofeedback screening pick up? What can it show us?
Well, as I said, it can screen just about every part of your body and evaluate on and report on, for example, the brain and the blood supply to the brain. It will quantify the functioning of the heart muscle, the blood supply to the heart, the valves, the respiratory tract. It will look for lung infection. It will test the lymphatic system of your entire body. It will test the liver and gallbladder and its function, identify fatty liver disease in patients, which is very common today. It will test the teeth and the bones and look for, identify areas of osteoporosis. It can test every vertebrae of the spine and check the nerves of the entire back to find out where the pain is coming from. It will check for poor circulation systems and identify which part of the body is getting poor blood flow. That may be responsible for chest pains and constant headaches in some people. It will check for anemia as well and different types of anemia. It identifies which vitamins, minerals, electrolytes, and amino acids that may be lacking in a patient. Importantly, it reports on the digestive system. Many patients experience severe problems with the gastrointestinal tract. So we can test and identify what is the cause of the reflux, heartburn, bloating, constipation, and we've had great success in treating these problems in the past. The test can locate harmful bacteria in the body, worms, parasites in different parts of the body that may be causing you or your child to feel unwell. It can also identify the causes of infection, like urinary tract infection, to find out which bacteria is in your urinary tract and where it's located. It'll check for respiratory tract infections, fungal infections in the body, test the degree of acidity or alkalinity in the body. It identifies the cause of pins and needles that patients experience, numbness on their hands and feet, cold and hot sensations that they experience on their hand and under their feet. We can then treat that effectively. It can identify various cancers in the body with a high degree of accuracy. The past patients that we've done that we've identified cancer on, the results were confirmed by blood tests, x-rays and biopsies. It is therefore recommended that the full body screening be done regularly. Your body is like your car. You service it every few months, it will last you longer. If you can make time and effort to service your car and fix your house, then you should be doing the same for your body as well. This will ensure that your health, which is your true wealth, is taken care of.
Absolutely. And I think you sort of hit the nail really hard on the head. For many of the guys listening in right now, when you say your body's like your car, you service it every few months. So the guys know it's going to last longer. If you do the same for your body, similar effects should be enjoyed, I think, not experienced.
I think when you ask that question to people, do you service your car?
Yeah.
Often, yes, on time. Why? Because the warranty wears off. You see, you use your car for 4 or 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
You use your body for 24 hours a day. But there's no warranty on the body, so you don't worry about taking care of it until it gives you problems.
That's the problem. Now, for those folks that are listening in and thinking, all right, how do we get in contact with you? So tell us, how do we contact your practice to do this fascinating full body feedback test?
We are located in Glen Eagles Drive in Broadway in Durban North. We only see patients by appointment. So listeners can call us to make an appointment on 031 or 031 563 0419. I'll repeat that, 031 563 0419. We'll be looking forward to seeing you yet. See how we can help you to improve your quality of life and invest in your wealth, which is your health.
Absolutely, and we're looking forward to it. Now, folks, if you didn't get the number, let me just give it to you one more time. 031 563 0419 to make your appointment, because they work via appointment only, and when you do get your appointment date and time, you've got to go to Glen Eagles Drive. That's just off Broadway in Durban North. Dr Mohanlall, always a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you for being here. We look forward to the next discussion soon.
Thank you, Nishal. I think this will be a great series, and I look forward to seeing you and speaking to the listeners in the near future.